Good morning, good morning. I'm not going to sing. Not because of copyright or anything. Just, I'm not much of one for singing. However, welcome to the next ReeVlog. I'm here in a mixture of outfit. I have the work shirt and dressing gown. So, I have a client today. I've got about half an hour before I need to make sure that I'm not doing anything before they arrive, because they could get here a bit early. I also need to clean up a couple bits here and there. That should be fine. But yeah, effectively, I have had a good week so far this week. I'm moving effectively today and tomorrow. This evening I'm going to go and help with the internal side of moving. So the stuff that I've already moved to the new place, I should be moving around so that everything's in the right rooms. Ready for me to go tomorrow to unload everything, and then drive away and park, and then come back and sort it all out a few times, because it's going to take me a couple trips and there's permit parking. So I'm going to take all the big heavy stuff whilst everyone is at work or uni or whatever, and just sort of put it in the way. I'll just bung it all sort of in the living room and the bottom of the stairs, and probably a bit in my friend's room, provided there's not got too much stuff in there to have space for it, because they're not going to be back until about 4ish at the earliest. So I'm just going to dump that all in there in the morning, and then go drive away, park somewhere, then walk back, move it all into my room, walk back to the car again, go back to my current place, load up the car, repeat. I should get pretty much all of the heavy stuff in the first go. Then I think there'll only be one or two bigger heavy things in the second go. After which, I'm probably going to try and load up most of the little stuff into my bag, so that I can carry it more easily. And then I'll just sort of put all my freezer stuff in a freezer bag so I can carry that. By my bag I mean like a big old hiking rucksack. And I'm going to try and keep the drawers in my chest of drawers. It's going to make it a bit heavier, but not much. I'm probably going to have to take the drawers out, or at least the contents of the drawers out of the filing cabinet. But that's okay. It's probably easier for me to take the contents out, just because how much of a faff it is to put the drawers in and get the drawers out. And then the final run will be things like my computer and stuff. But my friends where I currently live are having my other friends from high school over this evening. Not this evening, tomorrow evening. So I may stay there tomorrow night, because I'd like to see those people, and then have my first night at the new place on Saturday. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll all go well, the car will be able to start just fine, and all of that good stuff. But yeah. So, at Kung Fu yesterday, we didn't go through anything new, but I did get confirmation from my instructor that he's going to go through the videos that I made a few weeks ago now, for some stuff that is new to me, because I did it here, I think, and I sent the videos to him and I was like, can you just confirm, deny that I'm doing this correctly? If I'm doing it wrong, can you tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can practice it correctly to avoid having to retrain, because retraining is a real pain in the butt. So that's good. And it was kind of nice. Yesterday it was a pain, the amount of stuff we had to do, because as senior grades, I had to do twice as many punches and kicks as everyone apart from one other person. And we were just there like, admittedly though, we did get out of doing, I think, 20 push-ups. We still had to do about 80 push-ups over the course of the night, but we didn't quite hit that 100, unlike probably everyone else. So that was nice. And I also got to practice continual hooks, which is just fun more than anything else. And it's good practice for my breathing, even though it's not anything really new. What else? I've got confirmation last weekend that at some point for a Noob Sunday in the Delvin Shorts Twitch channel, which I should probably find a way to put a link to on my channel whilst still maintaining the link to the North Extremes channel. I don't know. Yeah, we will be doing Diablo 2, the remake, remaster, whatever, because I've played a lot of the original Diablo 2, and my friend, the Dove, whom is in shorts, has not played. So I'm effectively just waiting for it to go on sale, and I'm gonna buy it, and then I want to make a higher level character. Like I want to play through at least normal, probably a bit into nightmare, and then probably as a ladder character, provided they still have the difference. I don't know. And then go and get them to stream the journey as I wander around and watch them or help them with it. Either that, or I'll just have that higher level character be a magic find character to get a bunch of gear so that I can just like airdrop them good gear in our game. I think that would be fun, so that we can both play through at the same time. And I would ideally like, in that one stream, or maybe like a morning stream and an afternoon stream, on that one day, to get all the way through Act 1 through 5. I've not played it in a long time now, especially not the remake. I've never played that, but I'm pretty hyped for it. It's gonna be good. Heck, I may not even wait for the sale, to be honest. I'm very excited for it. I'd like to stream it myself, to be honest, because I tried to record gameplay from the original a while ago, but it just didn't work out very well. That's odd, my fan is shaking. Whatever. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. Then I'm pretty hyped for my client today, because sparring session, only got the one instead of the 3 that I kind of hoped for. That's fine, because that allows me extra time in the afternoon and evening. Got a bunch of terrible stuff I've got to do because of universal credit, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm trying to build my PT business to be starting in person and then build up to just online. But if anyone out there who's watching this is interested in online personal training or virtual coaching, etc., feel free to send me a comment or go to my website, nightselfdefense.com or .co.uk. I don't remember which it is. It's on my business card, let me check. Wow. .com, I was correct. Yeah, so feel free to head over to nightselfdefense.com, and where you will find I think it's services or something like that, and then there's a drop down menu which will have hard skills, soft skills, and PT or personal training. So yeah, feel free to check personal training. It'll come up with a menu, it's purple, of what I offer, the prices for the whole thing. The in-person bit is for 2 sessions a week. The online stuff though, that is a set price, with 1 month I think being £75, and then you get discounts as you go. I will double check. We have 1 month £75, 3 220, 6 428, and 1 year 832. So it's very good value for money, considering you wouldn't get 3 personal training sessions for the cost of 1 month of online personal training. In fact, you get 2.5. And the online stuff is great. I'm not just trying to sell myself here, though obviously I'm doing that as well. But the online stuff is great because you get 3 to 5 workouts made for you depending on where you are at within your training, and I can always add more. And they get personalized to you and adapted every single week, more or less, depending on your feedback. There's a spreadsheet with some relatively slightly complex calculations in it. So it'll give you as long as you put in the information, it'll give you your BMI. I'll work out your BMR, and give basic recommendations depending on your goals for macronutrients. Then it tracks a bunch of stuff. It's just good stuff. There's also somewhere you can track what you eat when. It's just real good. I did it for a month before I was a PT, which is one of the things that led to me wanting to become a PT, is I saw how useful that was, because a friend of mine offered 1 month free, and I was like, this is super useful. As long as you put the work in, so the PT has stuff to work off of, because you've got to put the information on there, and you should really send them videos of your workouts, or me, as the case is, so that they can look at form and correct it and stuff like that. But they're there to answer questions and stuff anyway. As long as you put the work in so that the PT has something to work with, I would argue that it is as good as personal training sessions in person, just a lot cheaper, because it takes a lot less time for the PT. Because the personal training sessions the PT has to do, they've got to plan it, make sure it lasts the right amount of time. They've got to then go to the place to do it, then they've got to do it, then they've got to make notes for the next session, then they've got to travel back from the place to do it, and then they have to write up the following session. Whereas with this, they, once a week, usually on a set day or couple of days back to back, will say, okay, I'm going to evaluate your feedback and stuff on this day, so make sure you've put it in by then. Make sure you keep up to date and putting in your measurements and your weight and your food intake. Then on that day, they'll go through it, and it can take sort of, as you get used to each client, you sort of will get used to what they're doing a bit better. But for the most part, it'll be like, okay, I've got to, based on what you've said, I'm going to look at this, you did these, I'm going to do this, so then you can do that easier. That's super vague, but I don't really feel like giving specific. Okay, you can't do 3 sets of 10 push-ups, for example. Okay, do 5 sets of 8, or something like that. That way you'll end up doing more, but you'll have more rest time. So that's an example of a change. Or just go for less, say 4, like 3 sets of 4 planking push-ups, if you're able to do it, or at least as explosive as you can. Yeah. So that's where I want to be, because that way I can be anywhere in the world and do it. And as I've said many times, I'd like to visit Canada at some point, but if my income relies on me being here, then I'll have to go to Canada off of my savings and tell all my PT clients that I'm on holiday, same with my self-defense clients, because I have to tell my self-defense clients that anyway, at least until I figure out a reasonable facsimile of training virtually, because all of the ones I've looked at have been relatively naff. Yeah, I wouldn't want to charge for those. Yeah, I would have to tell PT clients that, yeah, sorry guys, I'm not going to be here for like 2 weeks, so you're not going to have any personal training sessions with me for 2 weeks. At which point I would probably say, during that time, feel free to go to this person for that and that person for this, because obviously I work at a gym with a bunch of other personal trainers. But then that risks the potential of those clients being like, I want to stick with this guy instead. Hopefully they wouldn't, but there is that risk, and I wouldn't want to leave them high and dry with no training. So the online stuff is great because I could be in Canada and check my laptop and see, yes, this person has said that they need help with this. Let me give that to them, because I can, wherever I am, there's probably likely to be a gym, but if there's not, then I can effectively explain with a weird hodgepodge put together amalgamation of not actually tools to make it look correct. For example, I don't have a bench press here, but I've got a staff and I've got a chair and another chair, so I could effectively lay across the chairs to demonstrate the motions for the bench press. Obviously that's not how you do a bench press, because that's an overhead press, but whatever, you know. Yeah, been talking about PT for a while. This is 17 minutes long already, jeez. What else do I have to say? I found out that I really like pineapple juice. Used to be allergic to pineapple, eventually acclimated myself to it. Huzzah! But there's a song called Pineapple Juice by Rustage, Daniel Rustage. What a guy, on his new album, Overflow. Highly recommend it. I've been listening to it pretty much once a day or more for the last week or so. But the song Pineapple Juice, I was listening to it whilst I was walking through, I think it was Asda, and I saw pineapple juice and I was like, I'm gonna buy that. Turns out it's actually really nice. It's a little bit of an acquired taste, I imagine, but love it. So that's another juice I can add to my juice repertoire. I just got an email, so I should probably check that. Regardless though, if you've been listening to my ramblings, thank you very much. Here's the call to action part, as all good YouTubers should do, and I don't, but you never know. You never know. Maybe I'll be a good YouTuber from now on. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Share this video around. Will it help me out in any way? Probably not. Do I want you to? I don't even know. But feel free to if that's something you want to do. And Darthinian, Damien, and I will catch you cats on the flip-flop.